guys, my name is Suj, and in today's video I have $2,281 that is coming from my second paycheck of September, and I'll be starting with my savings challenges. 200 will go into savings challenges, and then the rest is going into my envelopes. I'm going to put a timestamp on when I actually get started on my savings challenges and cash stuffing because I have some updates to give you guys. I just spent over $1,000 on something that I wasn't even considering doing, and I just need to talk about it. I'll give you guys a quick backstory. I don't know that I've really talked much about this, but my boyfriend and I were from the States, and we came to Australia in November of last year with the intention of just living in a new country, experiencing it, and we actually had the opportunity to stay on sponsorship. So to move here more permanently and work towards a permanent residency and all of that stuff. And my hospital was actually willing to sponsor both of us. But in about a span of like a week or two, we both decided that we wanted to go back home because we were really missing family and friends. So making a decision like that was pretty tough to make, especially after having, these brand new and exciting opportunities. But anyways, when we chose to go back to the States, I was set on that. I started saving in different categories, as you guys know, and I've really been working towards making the move happen. I've also been planning for some trips towards the end of our time here because I feel like we've been really working and trying to save to be able to move back. And I wanted to kind of change the way that I was thinking, and I wanted to earn money so I could experience what Australia and the surrounding areas has to offer while we're here. I was just thinking, we might as well. Because our move back to the States is more of like us resetting, where we don't want to travel around as much anymore. Like Pedro, he has always been traveling, and now he wants a whole different career path. So we need to go back home where we have the support of family to be able to reset and do that while we're in our 30s. So there's lots of life changes in the background going on, and while I've been planning and saving for all of these exciting things, everything in my mind has been kind of like jumbled up. Like I have so many options. I have so many different things I can do. Nothing has been booked and set. And so the long story short is last night was a typical night of me just worrying and being anxious and trying to think of all the options that I have and what I can do, and it's hard to say, right? Like there's no wrong answer, there's no right answer. But what ultimately happened was I ended up paying over $1,000 to extend my current working holiday visa. And so now I'm just waiting to hear if it gets approved or not. So the good thing about getting this visa, if it gets approved, is I won't have to stop working in November like the original plan. And I don't have to worry about leaving the country to apply for a tourist visa to stay longer and pick things up, in the next month or two to get ready for the move. So if I get this visa approved, I can continue working. I can pick up like 1 or 2 shifts if I want to and just hop over to another part of Australia and just travel around, which is exactly what I want to do. Because otherwise I would have had to just dip into my savings to support the travels that I want to do, because I wouldn't be able to work past November anymore. So even though with the second extension I would only be able to work another month, I think it would be worth it, and I'd be able to pay off, what I spent for this visa anyways. Like I would make that money back. So it's gonna be okay. It's just kind of shocking to me because I don't usually, just spend like $1,000 out of nowhere without planning. So yeah, I hope you guys were able to, kind of follow what I was saying. I think it's all a bunch of, like a scramble in my brain. But another reason why I am okay with getting this extension is that I'm not totally closing my doors to ever coming back to Australia, because I really did enjoy my time here, and I was set on living here until, we both decided to go back. So with this extension, I will have another year of being able to come back to the country whenever I want. I can pick up work. So worst case scenario, if in America I can't find a shift, like there's going to be an awkward time period where I would only be able to work like 2 months and then I'm off to go do family stuff. So if things don't line up and I can't get a job, I can always come back here, worst case scenario, and work easily. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, that was so much rambling. Thank you guys for listening to all of that if you're still here. But anyways, this is a cash stuffing video. We're going to do savings challenges, so we'll go ahead and get started. I want to start off with my savings challenges today. So 200 will be going into that. And I have been super set on finishing my savings challenges before I leave. But now that I may potentially have a little bit more time, I'm not too pressed on it, but we'll see how far we can go. For the savings challenges today, I'm going to do one of these. All right, guys, I just quickly took out what I needed for cash stuffing so I don't get confused, because some of these I don't have set amounts to go into the challenges. So I just quickly fixed that over there. $8 will be going into the scratch off. Now I have 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. And also in this video, I'm going to unstuff the $1,000 or so that I spent on the visa, and that will be coming from my travel binder. That's where I had the most savings, and I'm just going to move some things around to be able to pay for that. Next is Powerpuff Girls. And today it will be getting $50. So I'm going to do this 20 and this 30. Now Powerpuff Girls has $100, $200, and $10. I think we will be finishing off this astrology today. I am doing $40, so let's see. Here's 10, 20, 25, 28, 31, 35, 38. All right, awesome. So that's $40 going into this one, and that completes this challenge. So 40. So now this saved me 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 125, 6, 7, 8, 9. So $129. And I will go ahead and reallocate this later in the video. So I'm currently focused on just finishing up the savings challenges that I have, because I have the Save and Play savings challenge book from Angie's Finance that is pretty large, and I really want to be able to go through this and finish things up. So today I'm going to go all the way to the back. I've kind of been neglecting Checkmate, and I want to put a good bit into here today. I'm going to put in 80, so we'll do 25 and 25 for 50, plus 30 to make 80. $50, $70, $80. So now in Checkmate I have 135. And then I will go into roll the dice. So for roll the dice, I have $20 and $2 left. I think I want to just put all of this in here and figure out the dice situation. I'm just going to cheat a little bit just to get this done. So we'll do 5, 10, 15, 20, and 22. Okay, and that is it for the savings challenges today. That was really quick, but as soon as I start finishing off some of these, I'll have more money to go into the challenges. All right, you guys, now on to the cash stuffing portion. So the first category I'm going into is groceries today. That will be getting $100. Household will be getting 10. And a lot of these are empty because I did an unstuffing off camera. Food and drinks will be getting 120. Activities is getting 25. Transportation is 60. And miscellaneous has nothing and it's getting 5. Treat will not be getting anything because I have some cash in my wallet that I like to use for coffee and little snacks. And spending won't be getting anything. Social will be getting 50. I just recently went out for a boozy brunch with my coworkers, and then we hit the bars after and ended up going to karaoke. And that was so much fun. This was over the weekend. This was on Friday. And I'm happy to say I'm fully recovered. I'm feeling great. And it was such a fun time. And that's what I use social for. So for any kind of spending that I do with friends. And now it has $75. Self-care has nothing and it will be getting 10. Pedro is not getting anything. Happy Meal, this is a very important one. It's getting 150. That's because I am waiting on Katie at the Fancy Dollar. I'm waiting for her launch. I'm wanting to get some new custom envelopes made by her and then order basically all of her challenges. I just love her products so much. And I think her last launch was in June. So it's been a really long time. So I'm really looking forward to it. So Happy Meal got 150 and now it has 150, 70, 90, 95, 96. So $196. I am wanting to do like my new 2026 setup using her products. Wishlist will be getting 50 today and I'm saving up for perfume. I am, I think, about $100 away. So I have 200 here. And then emergency fund. Oh, this is a good update. So I had, I think, like over $2,000 in here, but I went ahead and transferred most of it into my American bank account. And I just want to keep track of what I have in my Aussie bank account here. So currently it has $410 and I'm adding $410. So I still have that money, but I'm just keeping track of it in a different way. 1, 2, 3, 410 getting added. So I should have 820. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $820. And for my emergency fund, I'm treating it as a fund to support my my living expenses while I'm not working, while I'm in between jobs, to pay for my bills, all of that stuff. Next is Christmas. Christmas is getting 52 today, and I think that's because I'm finishing off some challenges. Yes. All right, so this is the last of the Christmas savings tracker from Katie at the Fancy Dollar. So let's do the rest of these. I've got, this is 5, 10, and 12. So all done with this. And then I need to do $40. So I dedicated each of these icons to be $4. So I need to do 10 icons. And I did this because this is how much I need to save to reach my goal for the end of the year. So $52 going into here. So now Christmas has 100, 200, 300, 20, 30, 31, 32. So $332. Next is my birthday. Birthday is getting $20. So now birthday has $50, $70, $80. Okay, and that is it for this binder. Next is my travel. So travel essentials will be getting $10. So now travel essentials has 40. And then trip expenses is getting $200. So now trip expenses has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600. Next is flights. Flights is getting 100. So now it has 300. And then going back to camper van. Camper van will be getting $584. So here's 500, 50, 70, 80. So 550, 70, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so camper van now has 1,000, 2,000, 1, 2, 300, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. $2,369. And I really need to get on researching our travel itinerary for New Zealand so I can go ahead and book the camper van. And actually, this is getting too thick, so I have a $2,000 placeholder, so I'm gonna go get that and I'll be right back. Okay, here it is. And that is it for my travel binder. Next, let's get into my Emperor's New Groove. So water bill today will be getting 50. So now water bill should have 300, 1, 2, and 300. I'm all done with my nursing license. This is empty now. And hair will be getting $50. I want to get a perm before I leave. I currently have one, but it's like 6 months grown out, so I love it and I want to get it done. So now I have 150. And then last category is taxes, which will be getting 25. Right, so I have 125. And that is it for this binder. Next, what I'm gonna do is go back into my travel binder. I have the savings challenge that I completed, and that's gonna go to New York to fund my return flight home. So I'll be adding 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 129 going into New York. So my goal for my flights is around 1,500, and I have 1, 2, 300, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 450, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So $478 in New York. So I have some change onto the side because I need to unstuff the $1,000-ish that I spent on my visa. And I will be taking 670 of that from friends and family. Let's see. Oh, friends and family is here. So friends and family has 1,000, 1, 2, 3. So 1,300 minus 670. So I should be left with $630. All right, sorry, I had to go get the placeholders. So I am going to put all of this back and do 630. So now I have $500, $630. And then I'm gonna go into my trip expenses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600. So I have 600 here, and I'm taking out $585, and that is for my, like, all the testing that I need to do tomorrow. So then I'm giving myself back 15. So now I have $15 left in trip expenses. All right, that is it. This is truly the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's cash stuffing and savings challenges. We got to finish the Christmas trackers that I was working on from the Fancy Dollar. And then I also got to finish one of the challenges to put into my New York envelope for my flights, so that was exciting. For some reason, it's been really hard for me to record and find the motivation to do so, but hopefully next video I'm feeling more up for it and be able to put out content more consistently. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to say hey in the comments, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.